have 4 more questions. Yes. He's the minority. He's taking, yeah.
Please, your last question. Honorable member, your last question. Let me place on record that apart from the ranking member, no other member has a right to ask unlimited questions. I do not want a situation where we will set the rules and come here and break the rules. So if they want you to act as the ranking member, then please take the rightful position. But since you are not a ranking member, you are entitled to 3 substantive questions.
Mr. Chair, just a point. He is the immediate past minister from the sector. And these are very important subject matter issues that are raised. And so, Chair, please, we have often disagreed to agree. I want to plead with you on this occasion. Let's find a way of dealing with it so that he can exhaust just a few questions left off. Please.
Honorable members, I have been given his name as a subject matter committee member. And no subject matter committee member can go beyond 3 substantive questions. So please, ask your last question. If there is a need for supplementary, you can go ahead and do just that.
Mr. Chair, if you look at the list I transmitted to you, the Honorable Abu Jinapo was not submitted as a subject matter. It was not. Look at the list. That's his name. And then I did. Yeah, so you see my name attached to it. He's planned to represent me. That's the arrangement. So let him exhaust the
Honorable member,
minister.
Honorable Chief Whip.
Very important matters.
Honorable Chief Whip. He is entitled to 3 substantive questions. I would allow a supplementary question at my discretion. Please go ahead and ask your last question.
Chairman, we still want to insist. We want to insist. You and I have engaged severally on same subject matter, particularly on this matter. Please. And you can see the
Honorable former minister, will you go ahead to ask your question, or I give the floor to another person?
He's eager. Let's settle this matter. Chair, with respect.
With all due respect, will you go ahead and ask your question, or I give the floor to another person?
Let him just 2 more questions. No, that cannot be. At least for nothing at all. He's an immediate past minister. He has just some few questions, and then he was exhausted. Chairman, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you for your consideration, Chairman. I'm very grateful. Chairman, the next question is on another very important matter which confronts the Ghanaian people. Honorable nominee, you will see that on June 20th, 2024, a commitment was made, and I quote, election 2024, I will ban mining in forest reserves if elected president. Mahama, end quote. And you will see that the president emphasized, for example, that all mining in forest reserves will be banned, just like public lands. I mean, now we are being told that there will not be a ban, but that there will be a market value. But I'm saying that in the same token, in this particular commitment, the president, then candidate Mahama, committed that, and I quote further again, where he said, and I quote, we are going to ban mining in forest reserves. As for that, it is non-negotiable, end quote. Will mining in forest reserves, all mining in forest reserves be banned? And if so, when? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Honorable Chairman, it is correct. We have said that there will be no new mining activities in forest reserve, and the intention is to make sure that LI 2462 will be amended to make sure that this provision that allows mining in forest reserve is not in place. We will make sure that happens. If you give me the chance as the minister, that will be the first order of business, to make sure that there will be no new mining activities in forest reserve, we must stop the
Honorable Chair, sorry,
and that bleeding
I'm
will be
very
stopped.
sorry I have to interrupt. Honorable nominee, sorry.
Honorable member.
The president, no, sorry,
Honorable
Chairman.
member, with all due respect, it is not the answer that you want. Allow the nominee to answer the question, and if you have a follow-up,
He missed the question.
Can,
sorry, he missed the question. Sorry, he missed the question. So I'm just repeating the question. So the commitment, honorable nominee, I think you didn't get the question. The commitment was to ban all forms of mining in forest reserves. And I'll give you even a further quote. When President Mahama was speaking at the Christian Service University in Kumasi, where he said categorically, and I quote, "I will ban all mining in forest reserves because I believe that many of the trees in the reserves, which are more than 700 years old, are more precious assets than any mineral that lies beneath them." End quote. So the commitment was to ban all forms of mining in forest reserve, not new mining, was to ban all forms of mining. And the question is, will that ban come into effect, and when will that happen? That's the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, I'm very excited about new initiatives that will help us to heal the wounds of our country. Our country is bleeding. Our forest, that is really at the heart and soul of our survival, has been completely devastated, damaged. And don't take my words for it. This is what the NDC intends to do. We are bringing 3 great initiatives: the Blue Water Initiative, which seeks to heal and harness the environment by turning areas degraded by illegal mining into hubs of economic and ecological recovery. That's what we are going to do. We are also going to do Tree for Life initiative. To reforestation will be intensified. We are not only going to focus reforestation only in the forest, we are also going to encourage afforestation across the country. Chairman, you know, we are going to really push for another policy of Restore Ghana to deal with the issue of Galamsey impacted lands and water bodies through a comprehensive land and water-based rehabilitation. These are things we are going to do to really address all the damage and heal the wounds. In the meantime, as we are doing that, we are going to make sure LI 2462 is no more, so that we can stop any further mining in forest reserve, and that's exactly what we will do.
Thank you very much. Any follow-up?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I keep insisting on these policy commitments because they are absolutely important. People go to the polls, cast their votes based on these commitments, these policy commitments. And of course, I agree with the chairman that I cannot extract an answer I prefer from him. He is entitled to answer in a manner that he so wishes. But I think it's absolutely important. The issue of mining in forest reserves has become a topical issue in Ghana. The government of President Akufo-Addo, in which I was privileged to serve as Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, put in place a plethora of measures to cordon off and protect the forest estate of our country. And therefore, just as the government implemented a 2-pronged approach of afforestation, reforestation, and protection of our forests, this commitment that was made by President Mahama, His Excellency President Mahama, it's a commitment which I believe the Ghanaian people would like to know from the potential prospective Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, who will have the mandate of protecting our forests. The President himself, Honorable Nominee, you didn't make the commitment. The President himself made the commitment, categorical commitment, that all forms of mining in forest reserves will be banned. So, for example, you have Newmont Golden Ridge Limited.
Is that your question? Please, I'll follow up question.
But
the foundation should not be a thesis.
No, I understand, Chairman. Just a foundation, please. Mr. Chairman, please. These are very important matters for the Ghanaian people. It's important that we delve into them. For example, Mr. Chairman, Newmont Golden Ridge Limited has been mining in the Ajenjua Bepu Forest Reserve since 2010. Mr. Nominee. Anglo Gold Ashanti Eduoprim has been mining in the Nguyen Forest Reserve for years. Golden Star Wasa Limited has been mining the Subri River Forest Reserve for ages. Ghana Bauxite has been mining in the Afua Hill Forest Reserve since 1940. Ghana Manganese has been mining in the Bonza River and Nguyen Forest Reserve since 1916. A lot of mining is taking place in our forest reserves, and the contribution of these companies to our national economy is known to all of us. Will the promised ban of all forms of forest, of mining in forest reserves be effected? And if so, when?
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman.
Well, the question is asked and answered, but I will give the floor to the nominee to repeat his answer.
Chairman, I think I answered the question, but let me say that these very reputable international companies who have been mining the forest reserves are not the reason why our forest is bleeding today. The reason our forest has been degraded and destroyed is because we allowed political apparatchiks to take over our forest and destroy it. What I am saying is that we are going to stop all these illegal mining activities in our forest reserve with these measures that I have described, the Blue Water Initiative, the Tree for Life Initiative, and Restore Ghana initiatives to make sure that we harness our forests and bring back biodiversity and the ecological life of our forest. We are going to do that. But we are not going to open ourselves for further damage. And that is why we are going to stop further issuance of any license for mining in forest reserve.
Honorable Nominee, you've mentioned political apparatchiks. First of all, can you define these? What do you mean by political apparatchiks? And can you give us some examples?
Chairman, I think I meant people who are doing illegal mining in these forest reserves. I think that's what I was trying to describe.